the United States government filed its response in the Title 42 case. Remember, Chief Justice Roberts issued a stay. That stay basically said Title 42 will be utilized until there is an adjudication or further order from the court, which means the court could, tonight, the brief was filed yesterday, so all the briefs are in at this stage. Tomorrow they could lift the stay.
We admit, and I'm reading from the Solicitor General's brief, Jay, although the end of Title 42 orders likely will lead to a temporary increase in border crossings. Yeah, they admit that there's going to be, as if we need more border crossings than we've got right now, the government admits there's going to be an increase in border crossings if Title 42 USC 265 is limited. But they say the government is prepared to address that serious problem under its Title 8 authorities, that's the immigration law, including by adopting new policies to respond to the temporary disruption that will occur when Title 42 ends.
The government in no way seeks to minimize the seriousness of that problem, the problem being the increased disruption and increase in unlawful entry, and they're not prepared to handle it.
Right. They've had 2 years to handle it, but I thought it was really funny. They say, hey, if the Supreme Court doesn't reach a decision until December 23rd or later, the administration is asking for 2 business days to implement new policies. So they've had 2 years, but they think they're going to do it in 2 days.
2 days. They want 2 days or a week. They've had 2 years.
What we've had over the last 2 years is simply chaos, unmitigated chaos at the border. This has been part of a deliberate initiative by the Biden administration. They now admit that there will be a catastrophe in the future.
We know that they have no plan for how to handle this once Title 42 is lifted. And Jay, this is the reason they are saying, okay, we're going to go ahead and push these illegal immigrants out across the country. And as you know, Tennessee is going to get bus loads. There will be 50 per bus load. It will be at least 2 every week for the foreseeable future. And these are single adults. These are not families that are escaping. These are single adults. And I think that's so important to note.
Biden policy is absolutely incoherent. Joe Biden has become America's chaos president. He has no coherent plan to deal with a border crisis that he alone has caused. He's prepared to send hordes of illegals throughout the United States. Most of those illegals are single men. So this is a highly mistaken policy, and it's driven by one thing and one thing only, left-wing ideology that favors illegals.
We're engaged in all of these issues, whether it's at the Supreme Court of the United States, whether it's at the policy level, as Harry was just alluding to. We've helped the cities and the states that are involved in this litigation, and none of this happens, including this broadcast, without your support. ACLJ.org.